What walking away does to the person you left behind. The profound impact of walking away on the person you left behind. Walking away from a relationship, friendship, or situation is a decision that not only affects the individual who chooses to leave, but also profoundly impacts the person who is left behind. Whether it's the dissolution of a romantic partnership, the end of a cherished friendship, or the abrupt departure from a job or community, the act of walking away initiates a chain reaction of emotions and experiences for the individual who remains. In this comprehensive analysis, we will explore in depth the multifaceted ways in which walking away influences the person left behind, examining the psychological, emotional, and social repercussions of this often agonizing ordeal. 1. Abandonment and rejection. The immediate aftermath of being left behind is often characterized by a profound sense of abandonment and rejection. Whether the departure was anticipated or caught them entirely off guard, the person left behind is confronted with the stark reality that someone they care deeply about has chosen to walk away from them. This overwhelming feeling of abandonment can trigger a cascade of emotions, including feelings of inadequacy, self-doubt, and worthlessness. Questions about their own value and desirability may plague the individual as they struggle to make sense of why they were left behind. 2. Loss and grief. The departure of a significant person from one's life often brings about intense feelings of loss and grief. The person left behind may find themselves mourning not only the loss of the relationship or connection itself, but also the shared experiences, memories, and dreams that they had envisioned with the departed individual. This grief manifests itself in various forms, ranging from profound sadness and longing to anger, denial, and bargaining, as the individual grapples with the complex process of coming to terms with the end of the relationship. 3. Identity crisis. The sudden absence of a significant person from one's life can trigger a profound identity crisis in the person left behind. Stripped of the context and validation provided by the relationship or connection that has been severed, they may struggle to define themselves outside of this framework. Feelings of confusion, disorientation, and loss of self may ensue as they grapple with questions about who they are and what their place is in the world in the absence of the departed individual. 4. Trust issues. Experiencing the pain of being left behind can erode trust in future relationships and connections. The person left behind may find themselves grappling with profound feelings of betrayal and hurt, questioning whether they can ever truly trust another person again. Fearful of experiencing the pain of abandonment once more, they may adopt a guarded and defensive approach to forming new relationships, erecting emotional barriers to shield themselves from further heartache. 5. Self-esteem and self-worth. The act of walking away can deal a devastating blow to the self-esteem and self-worth of the person left behind, internalizing the message that they were not enough to warrant the other person's love or commitment. They may be consumed by feelings of shame, guilt, and unworthiness. This pervasive sense of inadequacy can permeate various facets of their life, undermining their confidence and self-assurance in profound and debilitating ways. 6. Loneliness and isolation. The departure of a significant person from one's life can plunge the person left behind into a deep abyss of loneliness and isolation, struggling to fill the void left by the departed individual. They may find themselves grappling with an overwhelming sense of emptiness and longing for companionship and support. Social withdrawal and a reluctance to reach out for support from others may exacerbate these feelings of loneliness, further isolating the individual in their grief. 7. Anger and resentment. Feelings of anger and resentment are common responses to being left behind. The person may find themselves consumed by a seething sense of betrayal and hurt, directing their anger towards the individual who chose to walk away or towards themselves for allowing the situation to unfold in the manner that it did. These intense emotions may simmer beneath the surface, fueling a toxic cycle of bitterness and resentment that threatens to engulf the person left behind. 8. Uncertainty and fear. The departure of a significant person from one's life can cast a shadow of uncertainty and fear over the future. Stripped of the presence and support of the departed individual, the person left behind may find themselves adrift in a sea of uncertainty, navigate life's challenges and uncertainties on their own. Fears about their ability to cope and thrive without the other person's guidance and companionship may loom large, casting a pall of apprehension over their every move. 9. Rebuilding and healing. Despite the pain and challenges associated with being left behind, this experience can serve as a catalyst for growth, healing, and self-discovery. Over time, the person left behind may begin to pick up the pieces of their shattered life, embarking on a journey of self-renewal and reinvention, freed from the constraints of the relationship or connection that has ended. They may discover newfound strengths and resilience as they chart a course towards healing and wholeness. 10. Finding closure and moving on. Ultimately, the experience of being left behind can be a crucible for finding closure and moving on from the past. Through introspection, acceptance, and self-care, the person left behind can gradually come to terms with the end of the relationship or connection, releasing any lingering attachments or regrets that may have held them captive. This process of closure allows them to embrace the present moment and look towards the future with renewed hope and optimism, secure in the knowledge that they possess the strength and resilience to overcome whatever challenges lie ahead. In conclusion, the act of walking away from a relationship, friendship, or situation can have far-reaching consequences for the person left behind, triggering a whirlwind of emotions and experiences that can profoundly shape their psychological, emotional, and social well-being. From feelings of abandonment and rejection to struggles with identity and trust, being left behind can evoke a myriad of complex and conflicting emotions. However, with time, self-reflection, and support from others, the person left behind can navigate through the pain and challenges of their experience and emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient in the process. If you found this essay helpful and insightful, please consider liking and sharing it. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informative content on personal growth, communication skills, and self-improvement. Your support helps us continue creating valuable resources for our audience. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.